We've got Dolores. She's on the line in Pittsburgh, Virginia. Dolores, you're on Free Talk Live.
It's Pennsylvania. Hey, guys, I'm enjoying your show. And I would like to know, when do you ever hear of a black officer shooting an unarmed person?
A black officer shooting whom?
An unarmed person.
An unarmed white individual. I mean, when do you hear of that? And I'm all for the cameras, but seriously, when do you or when have you ever heard of such a thing?
Well, let's assume I've never heard of it because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Surely it's happened somewhere because there's 6 billion, 7 billion people on the planet. But what conclusion do you draw from it?
Well, what I'm saying is that everything can't be someone reaching for an officer's gun. And everything can't be, oh, we got into a scuffle. But this is from what I've seen. It was the scuffle, the shot, then the shot allegedly in the back. Then when the gentleman turned around with his hands up, he was shot in the face, the frontal part of the head, and then the torso, the part of the chest, the thoracic part of the chest. So you have that. But with all of that being stated, what's going on in America where it's okay? I'm a mother of 2 sons. I have brothers that are cops. I have individuals that did 20 years in the military. And when they look at their sons and say, this is the way you have to act, and they have served their country, don't you think we have a problem?
Well, I think that the problem's obvious.
What do you think the problem is?
Well, sir, I do believe that they feel that their life is not worth it. And you wouldn't choke a man in broad daylight and asphyxiate him in broad daylight and think nothing about it unless you thought you can get away with it. So with that thing happening in New York, what is the difference in what that young man did?
You're referring, just to clarify, you're referring to the man in New York City who was choked to death by police in the process of him being attacked over selling some loosies, some cigarettes.
Exactly.
Pretty outrageous stuff.
Not the first. Exactly. So what I'm saying is, you guys do a beautiful show, and I enjoy the way you guys go back and forth. But really, gentlemen, think about the fact that when do you hear about an officer in all the 50 states? I'm sure it's happened. But when do you hear about a black officer, a black female, taking the life of a white, Asian, Mexican? When do you hear this?
I don't know. You know what? I mean, we're not in every city, right? So
it's something to think about, though.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up tonight, Dolores. I appreciate hearing from you. The toll-free number is 855-450-FREE. There are certain cities where there are probably more blacks on the department. In Ferguson, apparently there were 3 blacks. Now, Ferguson was what, 70% black, I think is the number?
I thought it was higher than that.
I've heard it's 65-70% black, and their police department is definitely not 70% black.
80% not.
So,
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.